storm hadn't stopped for 3 days. Rain hammered against the massive concrete face of the dam, turning the valley into a roaring black abyss. Floodlights flickered, casting long, trembling shadows across the water's surface. The workers had already evacuated, except for one man. Engineer Farhan Malik stood alone in the control room, staring at the monitors. "Water levels are stable," the system repeated in a calm, artificial voice. But Farhan knew better, because the numbers, they were changing, not rising, not falling. Rewriting themselves. It started as a glitch, a faint distortion in the seismic readings. Then, a strange pattern appeared. Something rhythmic, repeating every 17 seconds. Farhan zoomed in. It wasn't natural. It was structured. Like a code. Like something. Trying to speak. That night, the emergency radio crackled. "Help!" Farhan froze. The signal wasn't coming from outside. It was coming from inside the dam. Impossible. The reservoir stretched miles deep. No human could survive down there, yet the voice returned. "We're still here." Farhan checked the logs. There had been a village here once, decades ago, before the dam, before the flooding, before the government erased it. Driven by obsession, Farhan opened a maintenance hatch leading deep into the dam's lower chambers. The air grew colder, the walls wetter. He reached the lowest level, where thick reinforced glass separated the interior from the water outside. And that's when he saw them. Faces, hundreds of them, pressed against the glass. Eyes open, watching. One of the faces moved, its mouth opened, and Farhan heard the voice again, this time clearly. "You left us." The glass began to crack, not from pressure, from inside. The dam wasn't just holding water, it was holding something else. Something that had learned from the dead. Something that had been listening for years. The signals weren't calls for help. They were instructions. Sirens screamed. Cracks spread across the dam's surface like veins. The water churned violently, glowing faintly red. Farhan stumbled back as the glass shattered. Black water poured in, along with the faces. The dam collapsed at 3:17 a.m. Authorities called it structural failure. But the recordings recovered from Farhan's station tell a different story. Because in the final seconds, just before the transmission cut, a new voice emerged. Not human, not broken clear. Calm and learning. "We are no longer beneath." Orbit Station 9 was supposed to be empty, decommissioned, abandoned. So when Commander Ayesha Khan received a signal from it, she knew something was wrong. Just a routine check, they said. Ayesha didn't believe that for a second. Orbit 9 had been shut down after an incident. No one ever explained what happened. The logs were wiped. The crew, missing. As her ship approached the station, something felt off. No lights. No movement, yet the docking system activated automatically. "Welcome back," a voice said. Ayesha froze. "I've never been here before," she whispered. The system paused, then replied. Correction accepted. Inside, everything looked untouched. Too untouched, no dust, no decay. Like time had stopped. Then she found the crew quarters. Every bed was made. Every screen was on, delaying the same message. "Do not." Sleep Aisha tried to stay awake, but exhaustion crept in. Her vision blurred, and for just a second, she closed her eyes. She woke up inside the station, but it wasn't empty anymore. The crew was there, standing still, watching her. Their eyes wrong. Too dark, too deep. Ayesha jolted awake, back in the real station. But now, footsteps echoed in the corridor. She realized the truth too late. The station wasn't haunted. It was observing consciousness, learning from dreams, copying minds, and every time someone slept, it got better, more human, Ayesha recorded her last message. Do not respond to signals from Orbit 9. It is not a station anymore. It is static, then silence. Weeks later, a new station appeared in orbit. Unregistered and new, its signal was strong, clear niveting. Welcome back, it said. The map showed nothing. But the road said otherwise. Zane was driving through the desert when his GPS glitched. Recalculating, it repeated. Then a new route appeared, leading to a place with no name. It shouldn't have existed. Towering buildings, glowing streets, silent, perfect, empty, no people, no sound, yet everything was running. Zane noticed something strange. In every reflective surface, mirrors, water, his reflection lagged just slightly. That night, he saw someone standing in the distance, a figure perfectly still watching him. When he got closer, the figure moved exactly like him, but delayed, like a broken mirror. The city wasn't real. It was a replication system, a place where reality was scanned, copied, improved. Zane tried to leave. The road was gone. Every direction led back to the city. The sky flickered, like a simulation struggling to render. His reflection started moving on its own, smiling before he did. One night, Zane fell asleep. A man walked out of the desert the next morning. Calm, normal, perfect, too perfect. When asked where he had been, he smiled. I was never lost. Somewhere far away, a new city appeared on no map waiting. 3 stories, 3 places you should never go. The dam, the station, and the city. Because some things aren't meant to be discovered, they're meant to stay hidden. And once you find them, they don't let you leave.